Man Podcast back with another quick video. Y'all already know, give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. This is just going to be a quick video, and I really want to get right into it. Today I was scrolling on Instagram, or yesterday I was scrolling on Instagram, and I seen something pretty disturbing, right? Future pretty much told his 8-year-old son that his mother was a hoe, okay? And this is obviously not good, but let me get into the context of the conversation. The conversation was this, and I'm assuming the son was asking for some clothes. You know, school's right around the corner, so maybe he was asking for school clothes, whatever it may be. But this was the conversation that she screenshotted and sent to the shade room. Tell your mom. Kid says, tell my mom what? Future says, buy you some clothes. Kid says, Dad. Future says, your mom is a hoe. All right, now, I'm going to talk about both sides of this coin, right? Because obviously the Britney, I believe her name is Britney Minley or Manley or what. It doesn't really matter. Who are these people? The only reason she's relevant is because she's a baby mother of Future. She hasn't made a song. She hasn't sold an album. She hasn't done a feature, right? It doesn't matter who she really is truly. But she, and the reason why, because both of them are guilty in this situation. I'm going to get to both sides of the coin, but we're going to talk about her first, because I believe that when women put themselves in situations that society has to bail them out of, we don't talk about how they put themselves in those situations. We only talk about the situations. We blame men, and then we help women as a whole, as society, right? So we see this with women going out and getting pregnant by men they know that are bad fathers, like in this very case. Don't go and date assholes like Future and then try to report to the world or try to go get help from the world or run and tell the world when a man like Future does asshole stuff. Right? What did you expect? You knew he wasn't taking care of his first child, but you decided to be with him, sleep with him multiple times until you got pregnant. And then when you got pregnant, you decided to carry the baby to term. All right? You have birth control. You have condoms. All right, you have plan Bs. And the worst case scenario, you have reproductive rights. All right, now I'm not saying use that. There are 3 options before reproductive rights. So all the people you shouldn't be for abortion, this and that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have 4 options. It's still an option. It's not a good one, but it is an option. All right, so why do we give women leeway when she knew who he was? She knew he didn't want the child. But yet she brought the child into the world for her own selfish reasons. She wanted a check. Let's be completely honest. And we don't talk about this enough. Too many women are going out and having children by men that they know aren't good fathers just so they can get a check. All right, there was a girl. I went to school with a girl named Olivia Skye. All right, if you don't know who Olivia Skye is, she's one of these people. All right, when we went to school, she actually dated my wife's twin sister. Okay, she dated my wife's twin sister when we were in high school. 3, 4, 5 years later, she gets Instagram famous by taking half-naked pictures, right? Standard scenario. I see the news about a year ago, and turns out a girl named Olivia Skye is pregnant by Bow Wow. So she punched her meal ticket. And we try to act like this stuff doesn't happen, but this stuff happens all the time. All right. Now, with that being said, and Future, and I'm sorry, actually, let me double back with that, because there's another point that I want to get to. When this happens, when women indulge in this behavior, women, you got to understand this. When you only give your attention to certain men, especially men that you know that aren't the best men, they don't treat people well, they don't take care of their responsibilities. You already knew this before you got into the situation. What happens is when you deal with so many of these men, you begin to believe that all men are like that because of your own experiences. Okay, it's anecdotal evidence, all right? So because you only deal with certain men, and this happens when we talk about women that are on OnlyFans and that promote themselves as sex workers, okay? Just for demonetization reasons on YouTube. Sex workers, right? Women that promote themselves that way, they say, well, only men only want sex. Well, that's what you're promoting yourself that way. So you're going to attract the men that only want that. Okay, you're only looking for a wallet, so he's only looking for a coochie. That's just how the game works. So if you seek out certain men, you're going to get the attention of those men only. There are plenty of good men out there that I'm sure for Britney that would have taken care of her, but she rejected those men because she wanted a man like Future. So now that she got a man like Future in her life forever, because that's what a child is, a lifetime commitment, I don't want to hear it because she knew what she was doing when she was doing it. Let's just be honest. We're all adults. Now, with that being said, we're going to talk about Future, okay? Because I don't know any grown man that would think it's appropriate to say that to his son. All right? And oftentimes do I see this is what's happening back and forth. We got the women saying it's the men's fault because they want to go out and try to chase a bag by getting pregnant. And we have the men saying it's the women's fault because they think that because they have money, they could go out and sleep with any woman they want and there are going to be no consequences. Men, you have to be control of your you have to be control of your reproduction. All right? And when I say that, I mean you have to have some kind of sexual control. You have to have discipline. All right, because we talk about this scenario, we talk about these women all day on this channel, but what you're doing, every time you sleep with one of these women, you're giving them the power. All right, we know men don't have any reproductive rights. If you get a woman pregnant, there's nothing you can do as a man. You just have to deal with the consequences as they come. That's part of being a man. We know this, right? So then why are we giving people leeway for going out and sleeping with these exact same women that we talk about all the time? He knew she was an IG model. He knew what she wanted. Let's just be completely honest. But he decided to sleep with her anyway. And now here we are. I don't feel bad for him. And any man that sets out to ruin his life because he doesn't have any discipline of his sexuality, I don't feel bad for them either, because being a man is about discipline. We have to have discipline. Instant gratification is fine. Who doesn't like sex? Everybody likes it, right? That's the whole point. It feels great. It's actually the number one stimulant, the number one natural stimulant in the world. So in terms of dopamine levels, it will give you the biggest high, similar to cocaine, when you do that, right? So it can be addictive. And that instant gratification of feeling like, and assuming that there are no consequences because you have a certain amount of money or live in a certain lifestyle or whatever it may be, there are consequences. If you believe that she's a HOE, why were you sleeping with her? It doesn't make any sense. All right. So don't go and sleep with a woman that you, and then call her a HOE because she wants child support now. You knew what the game was before you got into it. You knew what the game was before you took the condom off. Now you're in a situation that you don't like and you want to have a hissy fit. Pay your child support. Be a good father. Stop being a bum. Like we're like, the man isn't living up to, and I love his music, by the way. And this is no hit on his music. I love his music because I can separate entertainment from reality. Some people can't do that, but you know, if I can listen to his music, I don't have any problem with his music. But in terms of him being a father, yeah, no, that ain't it. With that being said, why does he have 7 different baby mothers or 6 different baby mothers? Why are women allowing him to not only have sex with them, but to do so without any protection? Till next time.